Hi, it's Kristen. Welcome to my new homeschooling channel. I'm super excited that you're here. I'm so thankful that you jumped over from my other channel. If you are new around here, I have another channel called Raising Nobles, and I do primarily DIY videos over there. I started adding in some homeschool content as well, and the more I learned about YouTube, the more I became aware that the better thing to do is to have a separate DIY channel and then have a homeschool channel exclusively just for homeschool content. So I appreciate you coming over here, as I mentioned in the other video, kind of announcing this channel. It's really hard starting a channel from scratch. It's difficult, to put time into making videos and editing and things like that, and then to only have them get, a handful of views, and you're kind of like, oh, is it even worth it? So it was really, really nice that you guys reached out and were like, oh, we missed your homeschool content. That was awesome. And then I'm just so thankful you guys hopped over and subscribed to this channel so you can see all my new videos. I do have a ton of new ideas and things stirring. I'm hoping that this summer will be a great time for me to be able to film a little bit more often and just get out more homeschooling and just home life content here on this channel. So yesterday we wrapped up our homeschool year. So I had a first grader, my daughter was in first grade, and then I had my twin boys are 5 and they did kindergarten this year. And so this video is going to be all about the curriculum that we used for my daughter's first grade year. I'm just gonna kind of give you some final thoughts and kind of how it went and what we liked about it or maybe what we didn't like about it. If you wanna see more in-depth videos on these specific curriculums, I do have those on my other channel. I'll link them down in the description below so you can check those out if you're interested. So I'm just going to start by talking about our language arts curriculum. And so you may know we love the good and the beautiful in our house for language arts. So that is what we used for my daughter. We did the language arts and literature level 1. We absolutely love this curriculum. I can't say enough good things about it. I love that it incorporates the phonics and the reading, and it has right here on the front, it's phonics, reading, spelling, writing, literature, grammar and punctuation, and art appreciation. All of that is packed into just this course book along with a reader, and then some little phonics cards come along with it, but you don't need anything extra other than just lots of readers and things for your child to read throughout the year. Really love that it's faith-based. I love just the foundation that it lays for language arts and literature. I love that it encourages oral narration. The art appreciation aspect is really fun, along with like poetry and things that maybe I wouldn't add in on my own, but having it just right here in front of me ready to go makes it super simple to incorporate those things in her education. Something else that I really, really love about the Good and the Beautiful language arts is that it is open and go. So I do not have to plan ahead. I don't have to worry about what's happening a couple weeks from now. It literally tells me what to say to my daughter and, just walks you through every step of the way. It's almost like it just holds your hand and just walks you and your child through the entire year, and I absolutely love it. The next one I want to talk about is math. So we used math lessons for living education this year. This was our first time using it, and we really do like this curriculum. I will say that in the beginning, when we took the assessment for my daughter, as I said, she was going into the first grade, and so we took the assessment and there were a couple of things on there that she hadn't mastered yet, that it said that she needed to master in order to go into the level 2. So we decided to go ahead and do the level 1 like it suggested. And I will say that I feel like it probably would have been better if I had just paused the math curriculum and worked on those concepts that my daughter needed to master before moving on to level 2, rather than having her work through the entire first grade book or level 1 book, because it was pretty redundant from what she had done in kindergarten. She really understood most of these concepts. We did end up skipping around just a little bit, but I think it was a little bit frustrating to her that it was so easy, that there weren't really many new concepts. We did the math level K from the Good and the Beautiful last year, which is, in my opinion, very advanced for kindergarten. And so then moving to the math lessons for living education, it's just a lot more gentle in its approach, and it is not advanced. So it really just kind of went over a lot of the things that she covered in level K. But that being said, once we got through the level 1 and moved on to level 2, We've been much happier with it. She does like a little bit of a challenge, so if something is too easy and just too redundant over and over again, she gets a little bit frustrated by that. So the level 2 has been much better for her. Because of that, we are not done with level 2. We're probably about halfway through it. So we are going to most likely pause this and work on something else during the summer and then pick this back up in the fall. But I'm going to make a whole video all about our plans for this summer. So like the things that I'm going to be using and doing during the summer to keep my kids' skills going, and, you know, some form of structure, as well as, you know, make sure that they just don't lose everything that we just worked to teach them for, you know, the past school year. So anyway, that's the math we used. We're still loving it and definitely going to continue on with the math lessons for living education. Probably once we finish 2, I see us moving on to 3 and on like that. So that's math. The next one I was going to talk about is history or social studies. So if you have been following on my other channel, then you may have seen that we started the year using Beautiful Feet books, Early American History. That didn't work for us for a lot of different reasons. I'll put a link to that video in the description below if you want to go check that one out. It also is on my other channel. But we decided, we were a couple months into our school year when we decided that we needed to change it. We were doing this with friends in a co-op, and so when I say we, that's what I mean. My friends and I, we decided we were going to switch it up. So we decided to, since we were kind of partway through the year, we decided to just pivot and move over to social studies. So this is one by Master Books, really easy to get our hands on and not too pricey. So we really enjoyed this book. We're not even completely done with it yet because we didn't start it at the beginning of the school year, but I do like the way the lessons are set up and kind of what it teaches and how it kind of starts with your family and your city, and it moves out to your state and then your country, and then it goes to the world and kind of exploring different cultures and things like that, which has been really, really good for my daughter to be able to see. So we definitely enjoyed this one this year. I'm not sure what we're going to do for next year. As far as history goes, we're still trying to figure that out. So if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear what you have been loving in your homeschool. I really do love to hear what kind of curriculum and things you guys are choosing, and I love checking out new curriculums and things like that. So let me know if you have a history that you really love. All right, next up is our science. So we used also Master Books. We used Life for Beginners, or God's Design, Life for Beginners. So this was a great curriculum. I really did enjoy it. I think the kids did as well. I do, if I had any complaints, it would be I kind of wish there was a little bit more hands-on activities in it, or like little experiments and things like that. I know the kids are young, and that generally comes later, but I thought it would have been fun to just have a little bit more hands-on activities. But otherwise, my daughter has learned a lot. The format is just really simple to follow, pretty open and go, besides just some of the supplies and things that you need, which there is a supply list for you, so it does make it nice and easy. So this was a good one. We really did enjoy this one. And the last thing that I wanted to go over was just the handwriting curriculum. So we used the Good and the Beautiful handwriting. She started out in level 2, and this was for my first grader. This is a great handwriting curriculum. It's really nothing fancy, but it does its job. It teaches the kids just like you want it to. It starts out, you know, a little bit easier, and then as you go through the book, it gets a little more difficult, and the words they're writing are longer and smaller spaces, things like that. So we definitely have enjoyed the handwriting. My boys are doing it as well. And then she moved on to the level 3, which has the cursive in it, which she's really been interested in learning cursive. So she's excited about that. This level also has the little rainbow dots that they follow, like the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, to form their letters in their cursive and things like that. So that has been really helpful for her to learn, you know, which way we're going, and just a nice way to learn cursive. So she hasn't made it all the way through this book. We'll just continue it through the summer. But this is a great handwriting curriculum if you're looking for one. So other than that, we just did a lot of reading this year, reading together as a family, as well as her reading on her own. I've been able to keep lots of new readers ready for her. So whether it be from our library or from the Good and the Beautiful library online, I really love buying the books from there. They are not too expensive, and the stories are really cute and I love the illustrations and things like that. So that is one of my favorite places, honestly, to buy readers. As I mentioned, I am gonna have a video talking about our summertime plans, what kind of curriculum and things we're going to still be doing during the summer, more like workbooks and that kind of thing. Nothing too heavy, but just to keep, you know, things fresh in their mind so they don't forget anything. Otherwise, that's everything for our first grade. I'm gonna be filming our kindergarten one, so you'll be seeing that video as well, just kind of the same thing of like what we used, what we thought of it. We did have a few changes in the kindergarten curriculum through the year, so I'll make sure to explain all of that in that video. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed it, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up, and if you wanted to share it with a friend or something, that would also mean a lot. Again, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.